Okay, let's give you guys some practice now. So all these are functions. So I have to give them different names. So f of x represents this graph. G of x represents this graph. I have to give them different names. So for example, k of x represents this graph. So my first question is, what is g of 2? So press pause and have a go. What goes in this box? So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, you shouldn't be looking at this one because I'm talking about g. So I'm talking about the function g. So the function g is really this function here. So you should be looking at this graph. And then I'm saying put 2 into the machine. So hang on. So here I'm asking you, what is g of 2? So you should be looking at this graph. So you should think in your mind, you've got a machine where you're going to cube everything, and then we are going to put the number 2 into the machine. If I put the number 2 into the machine, what will it spit out? Well, if you put 2 in here, then you've got to put a 2 into here, which means 2 cubed, which is 8. So what goes in here is actually the number 8. So this is your answer, the number 8. Okay. So next question, what is j of 9? So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, j, you're looking at this function here. So in your mind, you've got to look at this picture, and you've got to picture the machine where you put 9 into the machine. What will it spit out? Well, if you put 9 into the machine, you've got to put the 9 into here. So you're square rooting the number 9. So spit out the number 3. So your answer here is the number 3. Okay. Next one here. What is let me think. What is I of negative 5? So what goes in this box? So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, you've got to look at the I function. Well, the I function is really this one here. So picture the machine in your mind, and you're putting in the negative 5. If you put the negative 5 into the machine, what will it spit out? Well, if you put the negative 5 into here, then that would be 1 over negative 5. So you can then move the minus up here, and then you can move the minus out here. So really it is negative 1 over 5. So what it will spit out is negative 1/5. So this is negative 1 over 5. This is your answer here. Okay, next one. Let me think. What is h of 3? So what goes in this box? So press pause and have a go. Okay, the function h would be this thing here. So you've got a machine. You've got a machine where you put in the number 3. If you put the number 3 into this machine, it will spit out 3 times 2 will be 6 plus 1. It will spit out the number 7. So what goes in here will be the number 7. Okay. Next one. What is k of negative 3? So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, k is talking about this function. So basically I'm putting negative 3. What will it spit out? So hang on, I've got to draw my machine. I'm putting in the number 3. What will it spit out? So if I put a negative 3 into here, so that would be 2 to the power of negative 3. We don't understand what it means to have a power of a negative number, so we immediately jump to 1 over the positive version. So this thing here would then be 1 over 8. So this here would be 1 over 8. So if I put in a negative 3, it will spit out the number 1 over 8. It will spit out the number 1 over 8. So what goes in here is actually 1 over 8. Okay, so next question, and it's going to be a trick question. What is I of 0. So this is a trick question, so be careful. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this one, I is talking about this function. So you've got a machine here. If you put 0 into the machine, what will it spit out? So if you put 0 into here, it would be 1 divided by 0. So you're not allowed to divide 0. The minute in maths, when you come across a number dividing by 0, you just got to stop what you're doing. You're not allowed to divide by 0. So here the machine will break down. It will not spit out anything. Don't even go putting 0 into the machine. It will break down. So here, well, I don't know what you would put here. It's undefined. I guess you can put undefined in here. Undefined. So it's undefined. You shouldn't be putting 0 into the machine in the first place. Okay, so I will explain more on this in the future, but don't worry if you don't understand this bit here. So another trick question: what is j of -4? So this is a trick question, but press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, the function j is really looking at this function here. You put in a negative, so you've got a machine here where you square root everything. If you put in a -4, you're really asking, hang on, -4, so that would be -4. So what is the square root of -4? So you've got to think of two numbers. When you multiply by itself, it will give you -4. So well, if you put in a 2, 2 times 2 would be +4, which is no good. If you put in -2, that's no good, because -2 times -2, that will give you a +4. But we want -4. So here you can't, for the time being, you can't square root a negative number. So for example here, if you put in a -4, notice that there's nothing on -4. You have to put a positive number in here. Or you can put a 0 in here, but you can't put a negative number in here. That's why if you look at this graph, you don't have anything on the negative side. So here it breaks down. So don't go putting -4 into the machine. Okay, so I will explain this in the future. I will explain more on it in the future. But 4 is what's called, well, 4 is not in the domain. It breaks down. I will explain more on it in the future. But don't go putting -4 into the machine. It will break down. Okay.